Hi, this is Anil. I was fortunate to be the All India Rank 1 holder in RBI exam back in 2018. Now, I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of Olive Board as a super mentor for their RBI Grade B programs. If you are aspiring to crack this exam in 2024, I will be available as a super mentor to discuss one-on-one with you, share strategy lessons, draw lessons from my preparation and set you up for success. Click the link below to check out the details. See you on Olive Board soon.
Hi guys, welcome to the session where we are going to discuss some of the MCQs. So my name is Lakshmi and in today's session we are going to discuss some MCQs which are important for your international organizations related thing. If at all you are able to answer some questions, then great. If not, then you please go back and revise that particular topic. One more thing that I want to add over here is keep a paper and pen with you so that you are able to judge that how many questions you were able to answer correctly. Let's begin with the first question, that is talking about G20 Troika. See, in 2023, India was the one that held the presidency of G20. We must remember what are the what all nations do these G20 country grouping comprise of. So, when I talk about Troika, if you remember, what is Troika? Troika is typically talking about the three presidencies. The countries that held the presidency for 3 years. That is, one that held in the past, one that is holding in the present, and one that will hold in the future. So that's what your Troika is. So when I say past, present, and future, if I say a country that was holding the presidency in the past, what was it? It was India, then Brazil, then South Africa. So that's what IBSA, not South America, it's Africa. India, Brazil, South America. That is what you need to remember in your G20 groupings. Rest, let's talk about BRICS. So recently, on January 1st, 2024, there was a declaration that was being made to invite Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, as well as UAE to enter into the BRICS nations. So to get the full-time member of BRICS, a declaration was being signed. What was the name of that declaration? That is what the question is asking, if at all you can tell me. So the name of the declaration was... Anyone? So the name of the declaration was Johannesburg Declaration. Now, certain important facts, if you are able to recollect, we can have a discussion on them. When was BRICS formed? So in 2006, BRIC, which is Brazil, Russia, India, and China, they met unofficially. Unofficially, they met. So when was BRIC formed? In 2009. Again, these countries met, BRIC, but this time a formal organization started to develop in 2010. After the addition of South Africa into the grouping, it was renamed as BRICS, BRICS. Now the next thing, if you remember one more thing, New Development Bank, which is associated with your BRICS countries, in that case, New Development Bank, which is called as NDB, tell me, NDB, in which year was it formed? It was formed in 2014. By which country? By BRICS countries only. Next thing, what was the declaration that was signed by the BRICS nations to form these banks? It was Fortaleza Declaration. I don't know if it's the correct pronunciation, but yes, the spelling is same, Fortaleza Declaration. So that was signed. When were these asked to join? It was through the Johannesburg Declaration. That's all that you need to remember. If at all, one more thing that you want to remember from here is in which year did India held this chair of this BRICS nation? In what all year India held the chair of these BRICS nation? If at all you remember, it was in 2012. 2016 and 2021. I hope you were able to answer this. Moving ahead to the next question, which is, which of the following country is not a member of Shanghai Corporation of India, SCO? So the question was asked in NABARD in 2021. Such a simple question. They are just asking you about the member countries. NABARD also asked a similar question about the ASEAN nations, which all countries are not a member of ASEAN. So this question was also asked. But then focusing on the question, which of the following country is not a member? So it's your Afghanistan, which is not a member. But our work is not till this much. We have to also tell that when was SCO formed, if at all you are able to tell. In 1996, it was Shanghai 5. In 1996, it was Shanghai 5. But then they again met in 2001 after your Uzbekistan joined in. When Uzbekistan joined, Shanghai 5 was renamed as SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. So that's how SCO came into being in the year 2001. But next thing, 2 official languages of SCO. English? No, it's Russia or Russian and Chinese. When did India join this organization? It was in 2017. Yes or no? Yes. India with Pakistan. What is the declaration which was signed to make this India and Pakistan enter the organization? It was your which declaration? It was your Astana Declaration. Astana Declaration was signed to make India and Pakistan a member country of this SCO grouping. Which member country entered the recent in 2021? It was the Iran. Iran entered SCO recently in the year 2021. That's all that you need to remember from this. Now moving ahead. Which of the following institution is or that comes under your Bretton Woods twins? So when Bretton Woods conference happened, there were 2, 3, maybe more banks that were being formed. Now tell me what all banks were formed during the Bretton Woods conference. So yes, it is your 2 organizations or the 2 banks, that is in International Monetary Fund and World Bank. See, Bretton Woods Conference or Bretton Woods twins, they were formed after the World War II. After World War II, there were 44 nations that came together and they talked about forming an international organization that was one IMF, one World Bank. Now, one more thing that I want to add over here is this is the same conference after which we'll be discussing about GATT, General Agreement on Trade and Tariff. There was an agreement that was done for trade. Later on in the year 1994, there will be this, after this Uruguay round and the Marrakesh agreement will be signed, after which on 1st of January 1995, you will see your WTO came into being. So which agreement was signed for WTO to be formed? It was Marrakesh agreement. I hope this is fine with you all. Okay, next. Just one thing that I want to ask over here is, after World War II, 44 nations met and they formed this 2 organizations, World Bank and IMF. When was ILO formed? After which treaty this ILO, International Labour Organization, was formed, if you can tell in the comment section. अगर session पसंद आए तो like जरूर कर देना और channel को subscribe कर देना. If you feel that these sessions are very helpful for you and you want more such preparation, you can join any of the course that you feel is good for you. So we are having these 2 live courses going out. If you want, you can join them. If you have any other preference, be it SEBI course, IFSCA, NABARD, whatever you want, you can just join it. Anyways, moving back to the class, let's talk in detail about IMF. So tell me which of the following is or are the functions of IMF. You have to choose the correct code. So I'm giving you 20 seconds just to read it and tell me the correct answer. So yes, the correct answer to this is option number D, that is 1, 3 and 4. To facilitate international trade, this is not one of the functions of your IMF. It is primarily for your UNCTAD or your WTO. But then if I talk about IMF, which was formed after the Bretton Woods Conference in the year 1944, other things that we can discuss about here is IMF को lead कौन करता है? Who, which is the body that leads your IMF? It is by your board of governors. So there is a board of governors. हर country अपने 2 governor nominate करती है in this board of governors. Out of them, one is the governor और एक को alternative basis पे रखा जाता है. So that's what is regarding IMF. One more thing, special drawing rights, SDR, is also associated with the IMF only. In IMF, how is the decision or how is the voting take place? It takes place via a quota subscription. More the weightage of quota you have, more the weightage of your quota, the more value of your vote that will be. So that's how IMF is there. But then there is a lot to read in IMF as well. Please go back and revise if you were not able to answer, because these are pretty simple questions. Next thing, India is a part of which of the following World Bank group? So India forms a part of which of the following? It forms a part of IBRD, International Development Association, International Finance Cooperation, Multilateral Investment Guarantee Agency, or International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. India forms a party to what? Yes, so India forms a party to 1, 2, 3 and 4 and not fifth one. India is not a party to this World Bank group. See, when I say World Bank group, it comprises of these 5 institutions. These 5 institutions together, they form the World Bank group. India forms a party to first 4, but not the fifth one. Therefore, the correct answer over here would be 1, 2, 3 and 4. I hope you were able to answer this as well. Now, the next question that I can ask you about is, what are the specific function of these? So IBRD, इसका function क्या है? To provide loans to whom? To developing nations, जो कि लोन लेंगे तो थोड़ा बहुत इंटरेस्ट भी पे बैक कर सकते हैं, तो उनके लिए IBRD is there. But now अगर लो एकदम least developed nations है, जिनको अगर लोन दिया तो हो सकता है पैसा वापस ना कर पाए, then at low or no interest rates, if at all a loan is being given, it is by International Development Association. Next thing, International Finance Cooperation. IFC की अगर मैं बात करूं, typically it forms, it uses its expertise in asset management. तो कंपनी जो गवर्नमेंट्स हैं या फिर कंपनीज हैं, उनको अपना एसेट किस तरह से मैनेज करना है, इफ दे हैव टू लुक इनटू दैट, देन IFSC प्रोवाइड्स दैट थिंग. नेक्स्ट इज मल्टीलेटरल इन्वेस्टमेंट गारंटी एजेंसी. नाउ किसी कंट्री को या किसी कंपनी को किसी दूसरी कंट्री या कंपनी में जाके इन्वेस्ट करना है, इन दैट केस किसी गारंटर की जरूरत है, तो MIGA इज द वन दैट विल प्रोवाइड द गारंटी. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज प्रमोटिंग your private investment as well. Next thing is International Center for Settlement of Investment Disputes. नाम से ही समझ में आ रहा है, it's a dispute settlement body and India is not a party to this. Next, let's talk about ADB, Asian Development Bank. Which of the following is not correct about the ADB? It's a multilateral development bank that was established on 19th of December 1966. It is headquartered in Manila, Philippines. It has 68 members coming from Asia and Pacific regions and other regions as well. As of 2022, ADB's largest shareholders are Japan and your United States. Yes, so none, because all are correct. Option number 1 correct, 2 correct, 3 correct, 4 correct. Now, one more question. How much or at which position is India vis-a-vis the shareholding? So how much shareholding is with India? India is at 4th position. Who is at 3rd? 3rd is China. So after US, Japan, then it's your China and your India. Next, when I talk about RATS, Regional Anti-Terrorist Structure, it's a permanent organ of which of the following organization? NATO, ASEAN, SCO, SAARC, or European Union. As the name says, it typically talks about your terrorism. So it wants to eliminate terrorism. For that, the organization was formed in the year 2002. Tell me, which of the following is it associated with? So it is associated with SCO, that is Shanghai Cooperation Organization. We have already talked about SCO in great depth. Now, WTO. Which of the following does WTO does not do? It does not do what? It administers the rules and processes related to dispute settlement. It implements rules and provisions related to trade policy. It has the authority to overrule the national laws. What do you think could be the correct answer? So giving you 10 seconds. So yes, the correct answer would be A and B. Because nobody can actually overrule the national laws. Countries are sovereign. Thus, option number A and B are correct. When was WTO formed? Already told, 1994, there was this Marrakesh Agreement that was signed, and after that we had WTO being created. Now, WTO remains in news a lot. What you have to do is go back and revise everything that you can regarding the WTO thing. Though we have taken a special session, just write about World Trade Organization, you will find my session. Now moving ahead, Kashi, which is Varanasi, has been declared as the first tourism and cultural capital of which organization? So this is a pretty current plus static question that is very important because it's India's place that has been recognized for the first time as a tourism and cultural capital of any organization. So if at all you can answer. So it's your UN, European nation, European Union, it's SAARC, SCO, ASEAN, what could it be? So it's your SCO only, Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Again, SCO was very much in news in last 1 or 2 years. So question can be framed from that as well, in phase 1 as well as in phase 2. Next. If I talk about BIMSTEC, see, BIMSTEC is in news. Even yesterday only regarding BIMSTEC, a charter has been signed. So now it has formed a full-fledged organization. But then let's only talk about this BIMSTEC. So see, there was up till now 14 principles, but now BIMSTEC, after this charter has been there are only 7 principles. So each country is holding a specific principle. Each country is taking care of one specific thing. When I talk about India, in this BIMSTEC countries, first of all, go back and learn all the nations that are a part of your BIMSTEC. But India is leading which of the following sectors? So India leads security sector. Remember this. That's why we have SAGAR, security in the region for all. So that security and growth for all in the region. So that's what our motto is. Security goes to India. Environment, climate change goes to Bhutan. Trade, investment, development goes to Bangladesh. For your Myanmar, it's your agriculture and food. For Nepal, it's people to people connect. Sri Lanka, science, technology and innovation. Thailand, it's connectivity. So this is all that you have to remember. Moving ahead, the next question. Again, the question is from WTO. I hope you were able to recognize by this amber box. So under the de minimis provision, which talks about that you have to provide the minimum substitution or minimum disruption you can cause to any market thing. So trade distortion should be minimum. So de minimis provision about the developed countries, it is being said all those subsidies that are trade distorting, that form a part of your amber box, what is the level, what is the total value of agriculture output that you have to not cross? For whom? For developed, I am saying. Tell me what could be the correct answer. So for developed it is, so it's your 5%, that will be the correct answer. For developed 5, for developing how much? For developing how much? For developing it's 10%. Anyways, moving ahead. Under the this we have seen recently, Prime Minister of India, I would say last year December, the question is asking, the recent means December month only. Prime Minister of India attended the 18th East Asia Summit in Jakarta, that is in Indonesia. Which of the following statement is or are correct regarding the summit? So if I talk about the summit, 18 countries took part in this. With the countries were typically from Asia and Pacific region. Russia, China and India, they were the members of these. First East Asia Summit happened in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. What do you think could be the correct answer? Then you know such type of questions will always be there. These are googly questions that you have to leave. If you are not sure about it, typically it's good, ideally good that you leave it. But अगर session पसंद आ रहा हो तो like जरूर कर देना. और इस तरह की अगर और session चाहिए हो तो comment section में लिखना जरूर. So tell me. Yes. So correct answer would be all, because all the statements which were given, they were correct. Anyways, moving ahead. Angola, which is one of the, and Africa, if we say the 2 largest oil producers, then one is Angola. Angola has left your OPEC countries. OPEC is typically the oil producing as well as exporting countries. So these are the major oil producing countries, exporting as well. So Angola has left this. So question can be this way as well, कि किसने छोड़ा है? But then you have to tell me, very simple, what is the full form of OPEC? Is it Organization of Petroleum Export Countries or is it Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries? What do you think? Because I know rest you will be able to eliminate. So yes, the correct answer would be Organization of Petroleum Exporting countries. Please try to remember this as well. Now, International Monetary Fund, IMF, is headquartered at what place? This is the easiest question and also one of the previous year questions, if you can answer. So yes, it is headquartered in Washington, DC. So option number E would be the correct answer. Now the next is, which of the following is the topmost decision-making body of the organization, which usually meets every 2 years? So it's typically the topmost decision-making body. I'm talking about the World Trade Organization, WTO. So you have to tell me, for WTO, it's the decision-making body, the topmost. It meets usually after every 2 years. This year also it met, and thus we had a session on WTO. Now tell me, which body am I talking about? Because every key decision will be taken by this body only. Yes, so the correct answer to this would be Ministerial Conference. Anyways, next. World Economic Situation and Prospects report is published by whom? Is it published by your World Economic Forum? Is it published by your World Bank? UNCTAD, which is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. It is by your United Nations Development Program, or International Monetary Fund. What do you think could be the correct answer? Yes, so it is published by your UNCTAD only, which is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development. When I talk about IMF, can you please tell me the 3 reports, the 3 most important reports? One of them is also written directly in your syllabus. Tell me the reports that are published by your IMF. So one is your World Economic Outlook. The other one is your Global Financial Stability Report. The third one is your Fiscal Monitor. The third one is your Fiscal Monitor. So these are the 3 reports that are being published by your IMF. But then World Economic Forum, can you please tell me some of the reports, like your Global Risk Report, right? This is also one report. I have taken a session on YT where I have discussed some of the important reports that you have to cover. Even if you know they were there in the last 1 year, then you have to cover it. So I have taken a special session. You please go and revise it. Just one thing: India Employment Outlook. India Employment Outlook. If you remember who published this, write down in the comment section below. One more thing: World Employment, I'm talking about employment and social outlook. World Employment and Social Outlook. You have to submit it, you have to tell me who has published this report. So this is your homework. Write down in the comment section below. But again, I'm telling you, session पसंद आए तो like जरूर कर देना, ताकि मुझे भी पता चले that if you are liking these sessions, I can bring up more session like these. Anyways, the next thing is, which of the following is correct or is incorrect regarding your Financial Action Task Force? So it was established in 1989 to develop policies against money laundering and terrorist financing. Its headquarters is in Paris, France. India became a member of FATF in 2010. Countries are put in blacklist if they are safe haven for supporting terror funding and money laundering. Tell me, which of the following do you think is correct? I'm giving you 10 seconds. I hope you were able to answer this. Now let's see which of the following statement is incorrect. So yes, the incorrect statement is option number A as well as option number D. Why option number A is incorrect? Yes, it was established in 1989. But when it was established, only one objective was there. That was money laundering, and terror financing was added later. Thus, this first statement is incorrect. But in 1989, when it was established, it was only focused upon money laundering thing. But your terrorist financing and everything was added later. India became a member in 2010. Before that, in 2006, India was in the observer status. Next thing, countries that are put in blacklist, they are not allowed to have trade with other countries. So that means other countries, they are being barred to trade with those countries. So it is not the safe haven. Safe haven ones are under the grey list, like your Pakistan was. But then in the blacklist, what all countries are there? So one is your India. Sorry, I'm really very sorry. One is the Iran. Then it's your Myanmar. And the last one is your North Korea. Sorry for the goof up. These three countries are there. You need to remember them as well. So this is your homework question. Which of the following country is not a member of Quad? Quad is a very important grouping for India as well. By this you all must know that India तो member है ही, बाकी इसमें से कौन member नहीं है? QUAD, Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. Now you have to tell me the correct answer to this. That's all from my side. Session पसंद आए तो like जरूर कर देना और channel को subscribe कर देना. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hi, this is Anil. I was fortunate to be the All India Rank 1 holder in RBI exam back in 2018. Now, I'm absolutely thrilled to be part of Olive Board as a super mentor for their RBI Grade B programs. If you are aspiring to crack this exam in 2024, I will be available as a super mentor to discuss one-on-one with you, share strategy lessons, draw lessons from my preparation and set you up for success. Click the link below to check out the details. See you on Olive Board soon.